Welcome to today's video. In this video, I'm going to start a topic of approximation and estimation. So watch this video up to the end as I'm going to share with you a very interesting topic which is called significant figures. So watch this video up to the end. With that being said, let's get into today's lesson. So in today's lesson, as I said earlier on, I'm going to look at significant figures. So what is significant figure? When is a digit considered to be a significant figure? So, a significant figure is a digit of a number that is known with certainty. So, a significant figure is any digit of a number that is known with certainty. Okay? In other words, you can say a significant figure means the number of important single digit. That is a significant figure. So how can you tell that this number is a significant figure? Okay, so let's look at rules used to identify significant figures in a number. So we're going to look at the three important rules that are used to identify significant figures. So the first rule is all non-zero digits are significant. So any number that is not zero is a significant figure. Okay, so starting from 1 up to 9, these are significant figures. Okay, if you go up to 12, 1, 2, that is a significant figure. Now I'm looking at only starting from 0 up to 9. These are the basic numbers we use to form other numbers. So the basic numbers which are significant figures are those which are non-zeros, starting from 1 up to 9. Okay, if you form a number with the numbers like 1, 2, you form 12, that means 12 is a significant figure, or has two significant figures because it's made of two significant figures or two non-zero numbers. Okay, the second one is any zeros between two significant digits are significant figures. So if you have got a number that has got 0 in between, then also 0 is a significant figure. For instance, I've got a figure which is 102, 102. The 0 in between 1 and 2 is significant. Okay, I'm going to demonstrate more when I start looking at the examples I'll share with you. The third rule is only final zeros at the end of the decimal part of a number are significant figures. Only final zeros at the end of the decimal part of a number are significant figures. So if you have got a number which is a decimal number, then at the end of that decimal part there are zeros. Those zeros are significant figures. Okay, let's look at some examples. Okay, let's look at the following examples. Okay, so those are the four numbers we're going to look at, and the question is how many significant figures are there in the following numbers? How many significant are there in the following numbers? Let's start with the number on top, number 1. Okay, so we're going to use second rule. Any zero between two significant digits are significant. Now when you look at this number, the number 1, this one, the one I've underlined in orange, that number is 12,309. Now when you look at those numbers, you see that there is a 0 in between significant numbers because we said all non-zero numbers are significant. So when you look at that number, there is 0 in between those significant figures where there is 3 and 9, 309. So 309, 0 is in between 3 and 9. So we are told that one rule which we are told there is any number in between significant numbers or digits is significant. The zero in between two significant digits is also a significant. Okay, so there when you look at that number, 0 is in between 3 and 9, and remember 3 and 9 are significant because these are 9 zeros, so they are significant. Therefore we can say this number or this figure has 5 significant figures. Why? Because the 0 in between the significant numbers is also a significant figure, okay, or a significant digit, because it is in between significant digits. That is the rule. Okay, so it has 5 significant figures. The first number has 5 significant figures. Okay, let's go to the second one, which is 6.7600. How many significant figures does this number has? So when you look at this number, it has got zeros at the end. Now these zeros are at the end of the decimal part. So this one, we can use the third rule there. Only final zeros at the end of the decimal part of a number are significant. So this means that 6.7600 has also 5 significant. If you count, there are 5 numbers in that, or there are 5 digits in that number. So that means it has 5 significant, because also the zeros at the end are also significant according to the third rule. So that it has 5 significant as well. Okay, let's go to number 3. Number 3, the number is 0.5670. 0.5670. How many significant numbers are in that number? Okay, so there we can use the first rule, which is saying all non-zero digits are significant figures. Then it doesn't end there. We can also combine the third rule, which is only final zeros at the end of the digit part of at the end of decimal part of the number are significant figure. So when we look at that, 0 at the beginning is not a significant figure. Then 0 at the end is also a significant figure. So that means we are looking at that number which I've underlined there on number 3. So we are looking at, we can count 1, 5, 1. Okay, when we can count starting from 5, after 0.5, then we count 5, 6, 7, and 0. So these 4 numbers are significant figures. Okay, so you can say those are significant figures. So I've used rule number 1, which says all 9 zero digits are significant, and the third rule, which is only final zeros at the end of the decimal part of the number are significant. So it has 4 significant figures. The 0 we are counting is the one at the end, not this one, the one I've circled. The first 0 is not counted on number 3. The one I've circled in orange, we don't count that one. We are counting the one at the end after 7, the one at the end, that is the one we are counting. Okay, so it has 4 significant figures. Now let's come to number 4. Number 4, we are saying we have got 0.0001, so we ask to find how many significant that number has. Okay, so we can use the rule, which is the first rule, which is all non-zero digits are significant. Then we can also combine it with the third rule, which is only final zeros at the end of the decimal part of a number are significant. So we are going to look at that one, number 4, and then the rule we are going to use is number 3 and 1. So with that rule, we are saying it has only one decimal, one significant number. It has only one significant number. The zeros before 1, the ones which are in front of 1, are not significant, because the third rule is saying only zeros at the end of the decimal part of a number are significant. So meaning on number 4, these which are starting immediately after the decimal point, the zeros that are coming, they are not significant according to that rule, because that rule only qualifies zeros which are at the end of the decimal part. But these zeros we have in question 4 are at the beginning of the decimal part. So it's not those 3 zeros after the decimal point, they are not significant. So in that number, we just have one number which is significant, which is 1. 1 itself is the only significant number. So how many significant numbers are in that number? At number 4 is only 1. Okay, so basically that's how you identify significant figures in a given number. All you need to do is just to master these golden rules. They are very important. You master them, and then you use them to identify significant figures. It's very important because in an exam they will ask you to say how many significant figures does a certain number has, or round off that number to 2 significant figures. So you need to know how you can identify significant figures. That will make it easier for you to write significant figures correctly. Thank you so much for watching. It has been easy learning Z Mathematics. The future is bright. See you in the next video.